Did anybody play cards? Here we go. In 1950s card table.
My grandmother.
Okay. She said, Anne Marie, we had some good card games going, didn't she? She said, and she's doing this, and she liked everybody. She wants to go and give everybody a card. And she likes bingo. She says bingo. Did she ever play bingo? Yeah, she tells me. She says, and I won sometimes, but she says, let's all play bingo. Your name again is what, sweetheart?
Kimberly.
Kimmy. I hear Kimmy. This is your mother, Marie. Kimmy, I love you. I couldn't let this go by without saying hello. Thanks, girls, for coming together. You're more like soul sisters than relatives. Your mother's made it through her life review. She went fairly quickly, so she tells me there's a shock factor to the way she went.
Yes.
And she also tells me, I have good-looking shoes on. I have good-looking shoes on. What's this thing? What's the issue of shoes, sweetheart?
Well, when I came in October, you read me, and you said there were a lot of shoes. What's the shoes? And I didn't know.
Okay.
But you said it was important, and you said that somebody was going to go home. Like, there's no place like home.
Oh, okay.
And they were going to go down fast.
Aww.
And, but that they were going home. And on December 11th, she passed very quickly.
So the shoes would be significant.
But the last conversation I had, and for 2 weeks prior, she was talking about all her shoes. She wanted to get rid of all her shoes.
She had too many shoes, and she needed to clean them out.
Yeah.
A lady after my own heart. She adores the rose. So I don't know if anybody's name is Rosa, Rosie. Who's Rosalie, darling?
It's her sister-in-law.
And she's crossed.
Yeah.
She's bringing Rosalie through.
Yes.
And you wore a rose in honor of Rosalie. I don't
Yes.
know. And you wore roses on your outfit there.
Yes. Well, when you read me before, you said I should wear red, a lot of red.
But did you know that Rosalie inspired you to wear roses today?
No, but it is because she is somebody who's visited me in my dreams.
Okay.
So I take a rose as like her being around me.
Who's Joey?
My brother.
Because I'm hearing J-E. So it could be Georgie, Joey, Johnny.
Joey.
And he's living.
Yeah.
Your mother really puts light around Joey. She calls him Joey. Who has the pool table? Does Joey play pool?
We have a pool.
Okay, then your mother's been around the pool table. And she tells me, oh, and the grandmother liked to play cards because she's bingo. And oh, this is funny. Every time somebody plays pool at your house and gets a ball in the pocket, your grandmom's going, bingo. Now, do you have any jewelry of your mother's, Kim?
Well, yeah, well, we have it all still. I mean, I don't have it.
There is a sister-in-law?
She's my sister-in-law.
Your mother wants you to give this one, Anne Marie, a piece of her jewelry. Would you do that?
Yeah.
She wants Anne Marie to go, and she says it can be good jewelry or costume jewelry, but I want Anne Marie to pick it out.
Okay.
Now, she says, but not the diamonds. So even from the other round now, she's a little bit controlling here. But do you girls have any questions for them?
Well, that's funny that you mentioned the jewelry because my dad told my sister and I that we could have it all, but that we felt like, you know, because there's just the two girls in the family, but there's nieces and my sister-in-laws, and I was wondering if she had a preference of who would get what.
Her first.
Okay.
And then the other ones.
Okay.
And you keep the diamonds. Hi, Lisa.
It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure for me too. Someone's calling you Lise, little Lise. Did anybody go quick, Lisa? Pretty quick. Here, 1 minute, go on the next. Was it a male figure? I have a male here wearing jeans. Lise, I love you. Here, 1 minute, go on the next. I feel like I want to fall forward with him. I feel like I'm getting dizzy with him. And like I said, sometimes I get names, sometimes I don't. He's around you big time today. He puts a heart up, which is either February, my frame of reference, Valentine's Day. So let me, is this a friend or a relative? I thought so. Because it's more of a love feeling with the heart than it would be anything else. And he couldn't let this go by without saying how much he loves you. He's either with a T initial or he extends love down here to a T. Timmy, Tommy, Tony. Tommy. Is Tommy living? He extends love to Tommy. Good-looking guy, by the way. Tell her, he says, to remember me as I was and not as I looked at the end. I have no idea what that means. And he's talking about the beach and the ocean and how you walked along the beach. Do you know that poem, Footprints in the Sand? Do you have it? Was it on his memorial or what?
Yeah, it's in my house now, and it was in our house together.
Because he tells me. I walked by that print of footprints. So he says, I want you to know, Lise, that when there's one set of prints you're being carried, I carry you. And I wasn't a religious guy, he says, but God carries you too.
And it's been hard. It's been 10 years, and I'm not getting any younger, and I just feel like that God, he made me come. And as soon as I walked in here, I knew that I was going to hear from him. I just knew I was going to hear from him, and I feel like this big weight is off of my shoulders.
And she brings in roses. Your mother loved roses, and I'm telling you, you're going to smell them. Have you smelled them, darling? Have you as yet?
We just got some roses at the Expo here, but also my mother had planted a rose bush for my sister Kathy because she was the oldest one.
Right. Yeah.
So in her home.
Yeah, she says roses bloom forever. She loved flowers because when she came in, she said roses are red, violets are blue.
And my grandmother on my father's side, she had a beautiful rose garden.
Mm-hmm. Your mother's created a rose garden in heaven, and she inspired you to get the roses here today. I don't care what color they are, I just love roses, she says. Who's Joseph? Joseph, is that you now? Who is that?
My father, and my son.
I think it's your father. Is your father crossed over? He says he's Big Joe. So he wants to be the first one to be acknowledged, Joseph or Big Joe. He loves Joey. That would be your brother. Joey's living.
And my youngest son.
Joey's your youngest son. Acknowledges your brother. You have a brother. So there are three Joes. He's Big Joe. Another Joe's with him. And then Joey, your boy. Thank you for naming him after me, your dad says. You're a good mom. Is there a May connection anywhere, girls? May.
My brother that passed away, his birthday was May 2nd.
He's going to come in then. Was he the other Joe? Okay, thank you. Because I'm hearing May, I see the emerald. May, they're opening the door, your father for your brother, Joe. Hi, Ann. Hi, Lori. He's real like almost deadpan. You get a kick out of him. You know? It's like he's not Mr. Personality. He comes in, hi, guys. He looks at you, hi, guys. He says, do you know how much you're loved? You. And you've had a lot of loss, honey. And your name?
Julie.
Julie. Hi, Julie. I think this is your daddy, and I'm telling you, he calls you Jewel. You are his Jewel. You'll always be his Jewel. You've gone through some rough times. I don't know what he means. I don't think it's depression. I think it's you're very sensitive, and you're empathic, he says, and you feel a lot of energy. And sometimes you take things personally, and your dad doesn't want you to take things personally. He wants you to be bigger and braver. Those are his exact words. He's not criticizing. He's only observing. Do you understand?
Exactly.
So, can you share just a little bit of what he means for confirmation for me?
I opened my own business several years ago. It's been a big struggle. 6 months after I opened the business, both my parents got sick on the same night, and I took care of them for 8 years. So it was really hard to get momentum started, and it's been a struggle for the past, 13 years, and I'm tired. And I wanted to give it up, and he's telling me to stick with it.
Is anybody Italian?
My father.
All right, here we go. Italian proud. He shows me the flag of Italy.
He was very.
No, please. Is there an Anthony or Tony anywhere?
My father's name. My father's name is Anthony.
But you can call me Tony. And I liked, wait, not Dean Martin. I like Frank Sinatra, he says. Is there a Frank or Francis anywhere, too? Did you keep
Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank.
Right. That's your dad's brother, or no?
My father's uncle.
He's here. I have Tony, and I have great Uncle Frank for you, which would be his uncle. Oh, the Frank Sinatra connection. Your dad said I did it my way.
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.